Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Micheal Okpara and I will be your guide as we tour around Umuahia today. Actually, we are going to be seeing lots of some major parts of the city, and then we'll be heading to very important, very critical, very outstanding, actually, very outstanding city on the outskirts of the town, and that is Ubakala. So we are heading all the way to Ubakala. We'll be going around town and then we'll be heading down to Abakala, and there are lots of exciting places that you need to see. So come with me as we head along. Of course, we are right now at Okpara Square, a major monument in Umuahia town. Yes, this is Okpara Square, where the Okpara here actually is Micheal Okpara, who was the first regional, or rather the only regional premier of the eastern region back then in the 60s. I think that should be from 1959 or thereabout. So this is the road. This here right now is actually the place where the former main market, the Umuahia main market, was located. I mean, one of our subscribers actually said she wanted to see what the place looked like at the moment, and this is it. The market has now been replaced by an estate, though yet uninhabited at the moment, but lots of beautiful houses springing up there. So this is where the Umuahia main market was located. Of course, it has been shifted to some one major city outside the town at the moment, but this was where it was located. Anybody who is conversant with Umuahia would know how it used to be then, but this is how it is right now. So this is the former main market, and of course this is the road leading to the railway station. Back in the day, this place was a major tourist site of Umuahia and a major trading port of Umuahia. But of course, the trains are no longer coming, and it has become more like a relic at the moment. But then the railway station was one of the major, or rather is still one of the major important places in Umuahia at the moment. Of course, we are heading back right now to the Bank Road, where all the major banks in Umuahia are actually located. So by my left, as you can see from the screen, is Abia Line Park. That's where Abia Line, the major transport company of the state, is located. That's their building right there on my left. Okay, and we are going to be taking a major detour. Yes, we are still moving down, and we are going to be taking a detour by my left as well. Yes, we are going left, and this is the road that leads to Bank Road. This leads just from Okpara Square. You get to this point, you start moving down to Bank Road. All of these places are major arteries of the state capital. I mean, they are the business areas, they are the major areas, not the residential areas, but the major business areas where there's always a beehive of activities from time to time. All right, we are heading down to Bank Road. It's safe to say that even from this point, as you can see on the screen, we are already at Bank Road. There's another important thing about this Bank Road. On my right, from this major junction right now, on my right is the government house. Of course, all of these places, on the left is the Bank Road. All the banks are located along this other area, and then on the right is the government house, which includes most of the government offices. We have Micheal Okpara building, we have lots of things. You can see how the fences are painted white and green, indicating that it's a government property. So, but that is the official residence of the Abia state government and governor. On my right, the government, that's the fence there, and the other way we have most of the banks Okay, at this point, this is a major junction. If you look at this road going right, that's where the government house gate is. Now we are still heading down, still on Bank Road, and most of the banks, almost all the banks in Umuahia are located along this road. So it's a major, it's a very busy area, very major area in Umuahia, somewhere that everybody that comes into this town will need to know, and it's going to be connecting us on the major road that leads to our destination today, which is Ubakala. Remember, like I told you earlier, we are heading down to Ubakala, and it's going to be a very fun, very beautiful trip down to that beautiful city right on the outskirts of Umuahia. Okay, guys, we are heading down Aba Road. Very important road, and just by my right, we missed it by whiskers, is the Federal Medical Center. Very important hospital, federal hospital in Umuahia, and it's quite somewhere that you also need to see. We are right now on Aba Road, and Road leads us straight all the way to our destination, which is Ubakala, where we are going to. One major thing you need to note about these routes, because a lot have been said about it, the roads in Umuahia, they are this, they are that, but the truth is we have quite some good road network, and I believe you can see what I'm saying from this video. The roads are beautiful, the roads are well planned, and I mean, it's something to be proud of. We might not have a lot of things going for us, but as for the inner roads within the city, they are doing really very great. And this particular point in Aba Road is still within the major precincts of the town. We are not yet out of town, but we are heading towards the outskirts at the moment. You will see Golden Guinea by my right. That beautiful big building there is Golden Guinea, which is a brewery that was very famous back in the day, and the government is doing everything possible to, kickstart it off again. I think they have even started production, but not on a very large scale. It was one of the major employment that brings employment opportunities for Umuahia residents back then. We believe it will get back to that point again. All right, we are still on Aba Road. Here you have a mixture of residential areas and business areas. Of course, if you are Igbo, you will know that Igbo people are very industrious, very enterprising, and almost every single thing is a business. So around this area, you will see hotels, you will see shops, you will see they sell all kinds of things just on this major road where we are at the moment. There's virtually shops along at every stop. Virtually, there's a shop at every particular building, and they are selling one important thing or the other. People are patronizing, and then behind the shops you will get residential buildings. That's the way it is around here. We are still on Bar Road, and we are gradually getting to the end of Bar Road. One beautiful thing about this trip is that it connects you to Old Umuahia, which is another city on the outskirts. I don't know why they call it old. I don't know why they call it the Old Umuahia. I don't know. Someone said back then, before the coming of the whites, that was where the major town was. I wouldn't know, but then we know it today as the Old Umuahia. All right, if you have any idea why it is called Old Umuahia, let me know in the comment section, and let's get to know what it's actually all about. Okay, we are still on Aba Road. We are gradually exiting the city at the moment. And as you can see, there are lots of buildings, lots of activities going on here and there. And around this area, you will see lots of filling stations, lots of lots of just about a lot of things. Then it's also important to note that this area cuts through the arteries that leads to another major city that borders Umuahia, which is Olokoro. All the arteries along this axis leads to Olokoro. Then that's on my left right now. Then on the right is Afara. Of course, you would know Afara if you have been paying attention to what is happening within the southeast. So these are the villages or the towns that border Umuahia, the Umuahia main town. Okay, at this point, we are actually out of Aba Road at the moment, and we are heading towards isicourt. isicourt is a major destination point, and I will explain why. But before then, you will see by my right what we call the ceramics. It used to be a very big, very important industry back in the day. Maya, they produce ceramic cups and plates and all of that, but it's no longer functioning at the moment. And there are moves to restart it. There are moves to kick it off again so that it can provide employment opportunities for Abians. It used to be a very major area then, back in the day. All right, we are still right now very close to isicourt. isicourt is actually is to some people is part of Olokoro actually, and I've mentioned it earlier that Olokoro is a border town or a border village that borders Umuahia main town. But the important thing about this isicourt, there is a major junction, and around this particular junction there are lots of economic activities going on. As you can see from the building, there are hotels, there are lots of things just around this particular junction. Is a beehive of economic activities and is a major junction on your way to Ubakala. More so, this junction has two important connecting roads, one leading to Amakama Olokoro and the other one leading to Aba, through what we used to call, or we still call, the old road to Aba, not the express road, but the old road. Heading down this isicourt junction, you will see the rail that cuts through. This rail, of course, leads from Umuahia to Aba, and it used to be a very important point before the rail stop. At this junction, this is the rail junction. By my right, you have the road leading to the Federal Girls Government College, which is of course the one of the unity schools we have in Abia State, a very important area, somewhere that anybody coming into Umuahia needs to know. And at this point, we are still in old Umuahia, and just after leaving isicourt, just a few meters after isicourt, is a major mini market. And this market is notable, is a notable market in the outskirts of Umuahia, especially after the Umuahia main market was moved to somewhere further from the city center. This market has come into prominence. We call it the Afo Ibeji market. It's actually a major market for old Umuahians and people who are living around this area. Yes, that's the market I'm talking about. By my right, the Afo Ibeji market is, you buy vegetables, you buy fruits, you buy lots of things. And just after then, you have the road leading to Assemblies of God Divinity College, which is where they train their ministers and pastors. And from then onwards, we are gradually exiting old Umuahia. All of these places are right now, on the outskirts of old Umuahia, are joining to Ubakala. Like I said earlier on, Ubakala is famous. Ubakala is notable because it is one of the major cities, or the most prominent city, southwest of the Umuahia main town. On your way to Aba, which is actually a very important commercial city in the whole of Nigeria southeast, and actually in the whole of the West African sub-region. Aba is actually very notable, and you will see certain efforts by the government to still work on the roads, dualize the roads. A lot of construction activities has been going on here for quite a while, and it's heartwarming because the truth is the road leading to Ubakala all the way from Umuahia has been nothing but spectacular. I mean, you can see from the video we have not had any major bad spots, so to say, and that's a thumbs up to the state leaders. And like I was saying earlier too, Ubakala is about 8 to 10 kilometers from Umuahia town, so it's also a place where if you don't want to live in the city, if you are not very interested in living in through the hustle and bustle of Umuahia town, you can easily relocate with your family to Ubakala and then transmute into town all the way from there. A lot of people are actually doing it, and that's why this road is usually very busy. People commute this road every single day, or coming to town and going back to wherever they are living. And then it also has the famous Apumiri market. Of course, we'll get to that later on. We are still at Ubakala right now. This place is the important thing about this road is that it cuts through the villages in Ubakala, and there are lots of them. We have Avodim, we have Lagoro, we have so many of them. We have lots and lots of Ubakala villages. This particular road cuts across all of these places, as you can see from the screen, are all in Ubakala. And Ubakala is a very large, it's actually a very large village, or a very large city as it has come to be, with lots of residents, lots of, they are very proud of their history, very proud of who they are as a people, very proud of their dialect, and of course, very proud of their festivals. If you come around this area during the festive seasons, lots and lots of things are usually going on. But the important thing again is that it's actually growing from just being a village to a mini urban area, especially as a result of this particular road, because a lot of economic activities gradually are developing as development shifts from the city center itself. It's coming down this way. You can now begin to buy a lot of things. You can now begin to see people shifting. You can even see certain hotels along this area. You can see filling stations. You can see so many other things, around this area, which used to be actually a village before, but right now it's no longer just a village. It's a mini urban area. And a lot is going on around here. All right, guys, if you know anything about Ubakala, or you are from Ubakala, we would like to hear from you in the comment section. Tell us more about what you know, or tell us more that we need to know. And you can also like and subscribe to this channel. I mean, there are lots and lots of important things coming up. You need to like and you need to subscribe so that we can get along with it. And we are still on our way to Ubakala. Like I said earlier, this road cuts across through the major villages. I've mentioned some of them. We have Avodim, we have Lagoro, we have Avoni Pupe, we have major villages in Ubakala, and all of these places are the places that make the Ubakala tick as a place to be. And once again, I'm noting that the roads are actually very, very good, very clear, very neat. This is not the standards, or rather, this is not the Umuahia that we hear of out there. But the truth is that right here, the roads are actually the roads are really good, and they are really very motorable, and it's something that we ought to take good note of. All right, the whole of these places are they are a long stretch all the way, a long stretch, all the way to Ubakala. We are going to be getting to the point where we call Agalabise, very notable point. I don't know why they call it Agalabise. If you also know, you can tell us in the comment section. But it's a very notable point on the road to Ubakala. And once you cross Agalabise, all right, we are somewhere around. Okay, we are not yet there yet. We are still around Lagoro area, and once we exit Lagor area, we will get into Agalabise. And then once we cross Agalabise, we are entering into Apumiri, which is the capital city of Umuahia South local government, and which of course has become the capital city of Ubakala as well. Okay, all right, this is Agalabise. This area right now is Agalabise, and from this point henceforth, we are in Apumiri. Apumiri is notable not just because it's the local government headquarters, but because it houses the market, the Apumiri, the very famous Apumiri. I mean, if you have not been to Apumiri market, where have you been? If you look around this area, you will see lots of businesses. You will see economic activities coming to life. That will tell you that we are getting closer to the market. Of course, by my right now is the local government headquarters. Yes, that's the local government headquarters. And then opposite the local government headquarters is the market itself. You can see lots of economic activities. This is the very famous Apumiri market, and all of these areas are economic areas for Ubakala people. Lots of things go on within and around this point. And just after this point, we are now heading to the express road, which is why Ubakala itself is also very famous. The express road leads all the way from Enugu to Port Harcourt, cutting across Okigwe, cutting across Umuahia, cutting across the Ngwa zone, up to Abia, and then finally ending at Port Harcourt. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up, drop your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll see some other time. Goodbye.